see me off, George. I know you're busy.
Well, it's all right, darling, but I'll cope somehow.
Sorry to ring you at the office, but Mum wouldn't have rung all the way from Luton if Gran wasn't really ill.
Of course not, darling.
They were all right, were they? About letting you off?
It's not a question of letting me off, darling. I'm not the office boy.
Oh, sorry, darling.
I simply had to find somebody to whom I could temporarily delegate my authority.
Yes, of course. Well, I don't know how long I'm going to be away, George, but I've left lots of food.
Darling, I'm not going to start eating like a pig just because you've got a Luton, you know. I'll put your case in.
You don't have to do any cooking. It's all in tins and packets. George, just open them and empty them into a saucepan and heat them up.
It's all right,
not too high a gas or they'll catch.
It's all right.
And remember to turn the gas off afterwards.
Kate, I'm not an idiot.
Yes, you are, darling. That's why I love you.
Better get in, darling. You're nearly off.
Don't you stay, George.
Oh, nonsense.
You go, George.
Darling, I'll come see you off.
Making sure I go.
Yes.
I'll ring you tonight.
Right.
About 7.
7, right.
Let you know I got there, all right?
Right.
Because you can't ring me.
No.
Granny's not on the phone.
So you'll ring.
At 7.
Right.
It's the first time, you know.
What?
We've been parted.
Is it?
Since we were married.
Oh. Well, it's not far, darling, is it, Luton? I mean, it's not like going away.
Isn't it?
No.
What will you do?
What?
Tonight?
Oh, I don't know, darling.
You'll stay in, will you?
Well, I suppose so, darling, unless they ring up from Buckingham Palace and ask me round because they've got 13 to dinner.
It means nothing to you, does it?
What?
Well, all I can think of is how soon I can get back, and you can't wait for me to go.
But, darling, I just said it's not like going away.
Yes, I know you did. That's how Mum said you'd feel when I told her I'd have to see how you felt about me going. She said not to worry, you'd be like a schoolboy with an extra half holiday.
Oh.
She said it'd be an evening with the boys, and I'd be lucky if it wasn't with the girls, too.
Well, how ridiculous.
Is it?
Of course, I never heard such nonsense in my life, honestly. I expect your mother was just trying to reassure you.
How?
Well, so you wouldn't be miserable about me being miserable.
Will you be miserable, George?
No. Well, yes. Oh, bye, darling.
Bye, darling. I'll ring you at 7.
Right.
And promise me you'll eat.
Right, I will.
Always turn the gas off.
Yes, right, darling. Bye, dear darling. Bye. See you soon. Bye. Another minute.
So what will you do?
When?
Tonight?
Darling, I don't know.
Don't go getting drunk. You won't see that girl, will you?
What girl?
The one you said likes married men.
Darling, really?
You said she fancied you.
I said she'd fancy anyone. Look, darling, I'll probably get a bottle of beer from the off-licence, go home, wait for your call. When it comes through, I'll open your tins and go to bed.
Oh, not on top of the meal, darling.
Can't you get food off your... Oh, this is you, darling. Right, darling. Hope your granny's better.
I'll ring you at 7.
Right, darling.
Oh, darling, I've left lipstick on you.
Don't worry, I'll clear it up. Bye-bye. Bye, darling.
Bye, darling.
Bye.
You enjoy yourself, darling. Don't you worry about me.
Well, George, how does it feel to be free, eh?
Don't be an idiot, Miles.
Well, not exactly free, perhaps. Transferred to an open prison.
By the way, Did Dixon kick up a fuss?
Oh, about your sneaking off. Oh, yes. Don't flatter yourself, mate. He's been in there twice and didn't even notice you'd gone. Your girlfriend did, though. Especially when I told her why.
Well, who's my girlfriend?
Cherry.
Oh, don't be ridiculous, Miles.
She's after you, you know.
Do you mind, Miles? I've got one or two things to attend to.
And when I told her that you'd be glad of her company tonight, she came over quite wriggly.
Miles, if you think for one moment I'd be seen round with a duty bag...
Oh, don't call it that, George, just because she wants to brighten your lonely evening.
It's not going to be lonely catering at 7, and I thought, well, we all might meet up and have a quick drink at the King's Head.
You, me and Cherry, eh?
You, me and the boys.
George, you're on parole. You can have the best of both worlds, all three, if you play your cards right.
Look, Miles, I intend to enjoy myself in my own way. I've already decided on one thing I'm going to do.
What's that, then?
Treat myself to some fish and chips. The shop by the station. Kate won't allow them in the flat. She says she can do them cheaper on her own, but they're never the same, are they? The homemade. The shop ones are sort of saltier and sort of soggier, you know what I mean?
What other Babylons have you got lined up?
What?
The slave has been given his freedom, and the acme of his desires is 6 pennyworth of fried potatoes. Soggy ones.
Morning, Mr. Starling.
Oh, morning, Sherry.
Could I borrow your stapler?
My what?
Your stapler.
Oh, yes, of course.
Was ever so sorry to hear about your granny.
Yes, well, it's my wife's granny.
Oh, but your wife has had to go off, hasn't she?
Yes.
And Mr. Caudry suggests...
My dear, the cat's away, but I'm afraid the mouse is remarkably reluctant to play. Tonight's orgy is strictly limited to the bacchanalian revels at the fish and chip shop on the King's Head.
Oh, really? Well, that's a pity, because I had nothing on tonight.
There you are, George. Tonight you'll have nothing on.
Yes. Thank you very much, Cherry, but I'll be perfectly all right.
Oh, good. It's only that Mr. Caudry told me.
Yes, well, Mr. Caudry was just trying to help, you see. Selfless as always. Thank you too, Miles.
Any time, George, any time.
Well, if you change your mind, I live in your area. Fulham 7901.
I'll remember.
Good. See you then, I hope.
Can you have the windows open, George? It's a bit close in here, isn't it?
It's not funny, you know, Miles. That girl's got a kink. Boasting all the time about her married conquest. Well, I'm not interested in adding to her collection. Now, what have you got? Fulham 79... Miles, really?
Well, have a bachelor ball if that's what you want. 7 o'clock?
Oh, no, catering at 7. Better make it 7:30.
Right.
Will the others be there?
I shall organise it personally.
Will you?
Well, it's an occasion, isn't it? The return of the prodigal, even if it is only temporary. Hey, how about a pub crawl? David will have his car.
Will he? Well,
Anywhere you fancy?
I don't mind.
Oh, come on, you'll be the guest of honour.
Hammersmith!
Down by the river? Good idea. We haven't beaten out the towpath for ages. 7 o'clock at the King's Head. 7:30 at the King's Head.
Right.
Oh, and, don't eat too many chips, will you? Your stapler.
Oh, thanks, Mark.
Rock salmon and chips.
No rock salmon, dear.
Eh?
Cod, haddock or plate?
No rock salmon?
No, dear.
Oh. Well, when will it be on?
No more tonight, dear.
No more tonight?
No, dear.
What else have you got?
Cod, haddock or plate?
Cod, haddock, or plaice? How much is the plaice?
1 and 4, dear.
Are they big pieces?
Well, usual size, madam.
Well, could I see them? Oh, they're not cooked.
No, dear, we only do place to order.
Oh, that'd mean I'd have to wait, wouldn't I?
That's right, dear.
Well, I'll have the haddock.
Haddock.
Oh, is that the haddock?
Yes, dear.
Oh, no, I want one of those big pieces.
Cod. One and 8.
Cod and chips, please.
No chips.
What?
She had the last. Herbie, more chips,
Well,
come
how
on.
long will they be?
In 10 minutes from time I get them in.
10 minutes? Well, look, I better just have the cod then. 2 pieces.
2 pieces of cod. Two and 2.
Thanks very much.
Oh, sorry, George, I was in the bath.
Sorry, Nora, look, what's this?
Oh, yes, Kate rang.
Rang you?
Yes, apparently she was ringing you at 7.
Yes.
Yes, well, the visiting hours at the hospital are from 6:30 to 7:30, so she wouldn't have been able to.
Oh, fine, thanks, Nora.
She's ringing again later.
Oh, right, thanks.
At 8.
Ringing you?
Yes. No, you.
Well, what on earth for?
Oh, George, I don't know.
Oh, why couldn't she have given you a message? Look, I'll be out then, you see, Nora. I'm going to have a quick pint with Miles. Could you tell her that? If I don't answer, she's bound to ring you. Her better not say I'm having a pint.
George.
Say he's asked me out to dinner.
George, we'll be out to dinner.
At 8?
Yes.
Oh, blimey, what's she keep on wanting to ring for? I don't know where she gets all the change.
Oh, she's reversing the charges. I'm afraid you'll owe us a shilling or two when the bill comes in. Look, I must rush.
Yes, all right. Thanks, Nora.
Well, don't forget.
8 o'clock.
Well, you could go out and come back, couldn't you?
What? Yeah.
Don't forget to open the bedroom window when you go to bed. It's so bad for you to sleep in a fug. If I'm still away on Wednesday, don't forget to put the dustbin out first thing. All you have to do is to open the tins and heat them up, separate saucepans. Wash up immediately after your meal or the grease will solidify. Turn the gas off. Forgot to order bread, darling. Sorry, ask Nora for a slice.
That's 4 shillings, please, sir.
Evening, Fred.
Evening, Mr. Starling.
Half a bit, please.
Yes, sir. Haven't seen much of you lately, Mr. Starling.
No.
The wife away?
As a matter of fact, she is.
Night out with the boys, is it?
Not half. Going to be a night and a half, too, I can tell you that.
Hello, George.
David!
Hell, just like old times, isn't it?
Looking forward to it all day. What are you going to have?
Thanks, I'll have a pint.
Jolly good. Pint of it, please, Fred.
Well, I brought Helen with me.
Who?
Helen, she's just parking the car. I got on crock mine and Ma said we need some transport.
Oh.
Oh, here she is now. You've met George, haven't you, darling?
Before you were married, yes.
Oh, yes,
Hello.
of course. Would you care for a drink?
Gin and tonic, thank you.
Oh, right. Gin and tonic, Fred. How much is that?
Just a minute, sir.
You're fully domesticated now, are you?
Oh, yes.
Oh, don't say it like that, darling. It makes sounds like it's just been house-fed.
Oh, thanks, Fred. How much is that, Fred?
Where's old
That's a gin and tonic.
Nice to see you.
Hello there, John.
Joanna and I have given up the theatre tonight to be here, haven't we, darling? I forget you don't know Joanna, do you? George Starling.
Oh, how do you do?
Hello.
Would you care for a drink?
Well, I couldn't have a brandy, could I?
Pint will do me, George.
Right.
Hey, Davy.
Brandy and a pint of it. Yes, sir.
It's hysterical, I guess. Outside, and I couldn't do anything about it. Really wrong. Tell me, who's gone outside? There's something for me.
Gin and tonic. Gin and tonic. David.
Oh, thank you.
Here's the brandy. The brandy.
I'm awfully sorry.
John?
Thanks, George.
How much is all that, Fred?
That's 9 and 2, sir.
Cheers, George.
Cheers.
Oh, shit. Where's my half, Fred?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
Oh.
That's another 10pence, sir. What? I didn't take for the half. Thank you very much.
George, very good. This is Sonia. She drinks double martinis and mine's a pint of bitter, please.
Small martini and half a bitter, please, Fred.
Maybe the only one with a with her gorgeous on my arm. Sonny wouldn't let me come without her. She's very possessive, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Well, Helen's very kindly going to show for us.
Oh, splendid. The car fit us all in, will it?
It'll be a bit of a squeeze.
That's what I was hoping.
That's 4 and 10.
We're about to step through again. We'll go. Thank you very much.
You're, thank you very much indeed. Thank you, George. Thank you. Cheers.
Oh, yes, I remember the one.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
No one.
Oh, gorgeous. Thank you.
Remember when I finally told
Did I really? What good days I've got. You, haven't you? Going out with me, eh?
No.
Right, who's for another?
Pint, please.
Okay, let's have one here. Let's get down to the river.
Okay, my first shot when we get there, right, John?
Okay.
No, I can't go yet. Kate's ringing at 8.
Well, you said 7.
No, but she rang through again and said she'd ring at 8.
Well, that was an interesting phone call.
She didn't speak to me personally, so I thought I'd, pop home, wait for the call, and then come back here.
Oh, Lord, we want to get down there while it's still light.
Can't you ring her?
No.
Would she be on the dot, do you think?
Oh, yes.
Well, look, George, don't bother about tottering all the way there and back. We'll all leave within about 5 minutes' time, wait for Kate to call, and go straight off the moment she's run.
That's fine, thanks.
So we will have another drink here.
Pint, please.
Right.
Look, better not, Myers.
Why not?
Well, it's going to take us a good 5 minutes to back ourselves into the car.
Ah, but a very enjoyable 5 minutes.
Well, look, how about this? Instead of squeezing in here and then squeezing out again at George's place, why doesn't George go home now? Then we can all go round to him at about 8:05 and pick him up.
That's an intelligent girl you've got there, David. I should drop her. Okay, George, you better step on it, mate.
Oh, right.
We'll be with you at about 8:05, so make it short.
Right.
Right. Now, who's going to have what?
Oh, well, another pint.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, George. That's right, yes, sir.
Anyone like another sherry?
What's happened to Kate, George?
I don't know. She definitely said 8.
Well, it's nearly 8:30, old man, and, well, the publicans have a keen sense of time, even if your wife hasn't.
I know, I'm sorry, Mum.
And frankly, I don't think I could force down another sweet cherry.
Oh, it's a tight squeeze in the car anyway. Why doesn't George come on under his own steam?
Yes, it's an underground quite near, isn't there?
Well, no, not near, but he could get a bus from the underground.
Do you know the route, George?
No, I suppose a taxi would be a bit pricey.
Well, not really. I mean, George will have, we'll have had a round or two by the time he gets there, and what he'll save on that, you ought to save on the fare.
I've already paid for one round tonight, I mean, it's supposed to be my due, and so far tonight it's cost me half a bottle of sherry and nearly almost £1.
George!
Well, it's true, isn't it? You were supposed to be fixing out for me. Well, I didn't know it was going to be ladies' night for a start.
It wasn't for Helen. We wouldn't have had a car.
Now, don't you start having a bucket full of you, I tell you that straight. In fact, the use of your car's been to me, hasn't it? I'm going to walk to the pub and back, and I'm expected to spend the rest of the night running from one branch of public transport to another. Well, thank you all very much. But you're all dying to go, aren't you? And quite frankly, I'd rather have had a quiet pint on my own with Fred.
Come along, dears.
Well, am I being unreasonable?
Oh, no, George. Not for a married man.
Wait, Miles, don't go. No, wait. I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean what I said. I was just terribly disappointed. Look, if you don't want to wait, I'll quite understand. But if you do wait, I won't be more than 2 seconds, honestly. Kate, where have you been? What? No, this is 2041.
All right, George.
Remember to air the bed before you make it.
Hello, darling.
Mr. Starling?
Cherry,
I'm in the King's Head. I thought you were having a drink here.
how did you get my number?
I looked you up in the office. You didn't write my number down, so I thought I'd better take yours. I thought you were supposed to be having a drink here.
I did.
Oh, and I came here specially. I even looked in the fish and chip shop.
Yeah, look, I've had that too. Look, Cherry, I told you I'm very sorry.
I don't like stopping in a pub on my own, Mr. Starling.
Look, I can't come out now. Anyway, I'm waiting for a phone call.
Well, I could come and wait with you. Where is Aberdare Road?
What?
I took your address down, too. Don't you think I deserve a little reward for being a trier?
Oh, all right. I could do with a beer.
Oh, good. Shall I bring a bottle?
No! No. What are you thinking of? You can't come here. When my call comes through, I'll pop along and meet you at the pub for a quick... Look, hang on, Cherry. There's someone at the door now.
Sorry, darling, can't find my key. Oh, darling, it's so wonderful to be back. I feel I've been away a week. Sorry I couldn't bring your date, but I was on the train hurtling towards you. Mum and I went to see Granny at 6:30, and she was right as rain, sitting up and taking notice. I think she's a bit hypochondriac, but at her age you're never quite sure, are you? Anyway, Mum agreed there was no reason for me to stay, so I shot to the station, and I was actually in the box ringing you to say I was coming back when the train came in. So I leapt on, and then there was a queue for the phones when we got to London, so I jumped into a cab. Oh, darling. Did you get my notes? You did eat, didn't you? So, I'll never forgive myself for forgetting the bread. I've been worried all day. Oh, sorry, darling. I didn't realise you were on the phone. Why didn't you say so?
What? No. I wasn't on the phone. Well, then I just, nipping out to get some cigarettes. And I thought I'd take the receiver off the hook in case you came back and wonder where I was.
Did you, darling? Did you really?
What?
Oh, George, you make me so ashamed. I didn't trust you, darling, not altogether. I was terribly worried after all those things Mum told me. I was sure you'd meet up with the boys and have too much to drink, or even... Well,
what?
I'm so sorry, George. Please forgive me.
Oh, don't be silly, darling.
And here you were, patiently waiting for me to ring and taking the phone off in case I was worried. Oh, darling.
Oh, darling, I said I'd stay home, and I stayed home.
Yes, I know, darling. I'm the luckiest wife in the world.
Oh, she's back. Oh, well, that's fine. Hello, Kate.
Is everything fine now, Miles?
Oh, good.
What's the matter? Nothing.
Yes, there is. You see, George and I fixed up this pub crawl.
But, Miles...
No, let me explain. You see, we all came back here to wait for you to telephone. Well, we didn't call. I'm afraid we left poor old George in the lurch like Cinderella, if you see what I mean. So we've bought a job of the hard stuff, and we've all come back here to keep him company. But he doesn't need that now, do you, George?
No.
Hey, why don't you both come? Kate, George chose the pubs down by the river. Will you accept your old man's decision?
No, thank you, Miles. I'm a bit tired, you know, after the train.
Yes, all right. Well, there's bound to be another time, isn't there? See you then.
You left the phone off, did you, because you were going out for cigarettes?
Now look what you've done now.